Hi! Today I'm going to show you how to make Pite and Djath. So we're going to dive right in. And for some of you, you may know it as Burek, but it is Pite and Djath to Albanians. And this dish is pretty much all over the Balkans, but I want to show you how to make it, how we make it at home. So we're going to go right into making the dough, which is the thing that I'm going to hone in on the most because I really want to teach you how to make it authentic. These are the ingredients: avocado oil, Celtic salt, some flour, heavy cream, sour cream, Greek yogurt, and some feta, and warm water. So here we go. We have a large bowl, and I'm going to measure out 4 cups of flour in the bowl, and we're going to make a little well with our spatula. To that, we're going to add 1 heaping tablespoon of salt. And I have measured out 2 cups of tepid water, so it's really not hot, it's not cold, just warm. And we're going to pour, I'll pour 1.5 into the flour, and then we'll see if we need more, because every time it's a little bit different. So we just incorporate the flour a little bit at a time into the water, just like this, and keep adding that water and adding the flour. I think I'm going to need more water, but and that's okay, because I want to show you what the consistency looks like so you'll never get it wrong. So let's see. See how solid it's getting? But I know that I have room for a little more water, so I'm going to get just a little bit more water. We keep adding the water until all of the flour has incorporated, just like this, into the side of the bowl and out, in and out, in and out. Once you have some shape to the dough, which means it's holding together like that, now you're starting to create that gluten, and it's time to get in there with your hand. So you're doing the same thing with your hand now. Push, push, push against the bowl. Once it starts sticking a little bit to the side, it's time to add a little bit of flour. So grab a handful of flour and add it right on top. And now, just keep doing what I told you. So, first off, we're going to put our oven on to very high setting, maybe 450, 475. Let it get warm, because, anyways, so we get our dough on our counter, and now we're not done kneading. So we're just going to keep scoop, roll, scoop, roll, scoop, roll for a little while. So as you can see, it's getting really smooth. And as I'm rolling this, I want to make a nice long log so that I could cut it in smaller pieces. So now this roll, I'm going to cut into little segments, and I'm going to show you what you're going to do with that. And in the meantime, we're going to pour some avocado oil into a sheet pan, about 1/4 cup, maybe a little more. We're going to flour our surface a little bit, and we're going to cut these into this size. Now, this is about 1.5 inches of the log. And we try to keep it the same. It's not a big deal if they're not. The next process is we have to individually fold and make little balls out of these. This is how you do it. You roll up the side and roll in. Roll up, roll in. Roll up, roll in. That you're going to roll into the oil upside down and let it sit for a while. So we've rolled out the little dough balls, and now we're going to do the filling. The filling is, like I said, a little bit of yogurt. I would say about 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. This is plain whole milk yogurt. You don't want to shy away from the fats. And then we're going to crumble some feta. I have a nice big block here, and we're going to use the most of it. Yep, this is a feta pie, so you need a lot. Crumble it. Best way is really by hand. And once you crumble that, you're going to add, you know, kind of whatever you have in your fridge. If you didn't have the yogurt, it's okay. You can add extra sour cream, which is what I'm adding now. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Again, whole milk. We don't want to mess around with low fat. And then the heavy cream, half pints. We're probably going to use the whole thing, so just go crazy. And I like to keep a little bit at the end because I like to make a little sauce for the top of the pie, which I will share later. And then just a tiny smidget of avocado oil, maybe a tablespoon or 2. And the consistency is kind of thick, but this is the consistency. You need to see that. So you know, there's chunks, it's liquid, but it's thick. That is it. Okay, so we have our dough balls in the avocado oil. I've let them sit for a little while, about 20 minutes, while I was making the filling. And we have a stainless steel pan. You can use a pizza pan or whatever, but please make sure it's stainless steel because aluminum is terrible for your health. So here we go. We're gonna start assembling. We're gonna grab one of these and just fold it around in the oil because we need some on the table as well. And we're just gonna pound it into a circle and apply pressure all the way around, just like that. And you can flip it and do the same on the other side. And now what you do is gently lift and pull, and just go around. Lift, pull. As you can see, my fingers underneath are just pulling from the center out, just like that. And it's very pliable, and you try to keep it a circle, and the more it stays in the oil, the more pliable it becomes. So, you know, sometimes you have to take another little break and let it sit for a while, but here we go. And keeps going. Sometimes it will tear, and that's okay. This is dough. There's room for error. But just gently, sooner or later, you'll figure out how much is too much of a pull. And, but I want you to get comfortable. Now I can go ahead and have a spoonful of my filling. and just kind of make a nice row at the top, because when I roll it, the layers will each time I roll it is another layer of dough. So when this is cooked, it's kind of croissant-y in that there's all these little layers. And you just keep rolling and rolling until the end, where you swoop it up and make a nice little circle right there. Then dab a little bit of the oil and just dab it on top, just like that. That's the first. Now I'm gonna keep going until I'm all finished. I'm here with this last one, and this is ready to hit the oven. What I do like to do is, with the remainder, just kind of dab around so that you get some of that creaminess right over, and it's time to hit the oven. Let it cook at about 500 for about 10 minutes until it gets a nice rise. And after the 10 minutes, you want to hit 375 for another half hour. See, this is what we're looking like. And this is our finished product. And we want to check it. Check the bottom to see that it's done. And the top looks great. The secret is you need to put a top on it right away so that that steam kind of softens it up a little bit, and you want to make sure that it's covered completely. Here we are, and we will serve up this pite and Djath. And what you want to do is just go ahead and cut it with a serrated knife and serve up a piece. Here we go. Homemade pite and Djath. It's crunchy, it's creamy, it's tangy, and it's once a month. Cannot eat this every day.